What's up, y'all? So today we got the second place winner in the poll, the UFO recruiting graphic for Air Force. So without further ado, let's break it down. So I started out with this background image. Here it is in full, and what I did is I just pulled down the dark slider to take away the darkest areas in the image and blend it in more with the black background. So once I did that, I took away some of the top, then I added in this UFO image and deleted the background off of that, and then I just added in an exposure layer to darken up the top of the graphic, and then I added in this picture, which was like a teleportation device. So I stretched that out so you can't see the bottom of it, so it just looks like kind of like a beam coming from the top. I turned it to lighten, so it kind of just like looks like this light coming out, and then like it's like sort of attached to the ship. And then I just put a gradient filter on the top and pulled down the black slider pretty far to take away the darker areas and blend it in more. So then I added on hue saturation layer and just tweaked the color a little bit. Then I added on a curves layer to make it a little more contrasty. Just pulled down the darks and pulled the lights up just a little bit. I have all that in a group where I just cut it off to make it look like it was like, you know, part of the ship. So I just trimmed the edges there to put it inside of this circle thing. Then I've added a color lookup film stock, added another one, 2 strips. What that did is it just made it all sort of one color, and then I just used a selective color to change that color that I made it to look more like Air Force. Then we have the player cut out, and on him I added an inner shadow, which is this color up here. So if you just click the box, and then you can like pick any color you want, but I picked a color in here because that's the light that would be shining on him. Set it to color dodge so you can see that trim around the top edge of his body, and then a white color dodge. So this one's a little more gradient, and then this is just a hard, harsh light on the edge of his body. Both coming from the top because that's where the light source is. And then we added on a motion blur because he's getting sucked up, and then I put on a curves layer. So as you can see, the darkness of like his uniform doesn't really match the background right now. Like the background's pretty contrasty. Like the dark areas are very dark and the lighter areas are very light. So this curves layer, I pulled down the darks and pulled up the brights, and so now you can see like his uniform sort of matches with the background, and the lighter areas match with the lighter areas in the background. I added in a hue saturation layer just to take away his skin color and make it black and white, and then I added another color lookup which changes the color a little bit, but mainly just pulls up the dark areas and makes them a little bit lighter. Kind of just gives the graphic a more uniform look. Then I added in this text and spaced it out a little bit, spaced out the tracking, set it to 500, searching for extraterrestrial talent. And so those two fonts are like sci-fi, you know, alien, futuristic fonts, I guess. And then I actually did a screenshot of a Google search of the definition of extraterrestrial and just used layer masks to brush away the parts that I didn't need, and then set them each to screen, so it took away the background. So all you can see is the letters, and so basically you just have like what would appear if you did a definition search of extraterrestrial. And so I just put all that info on there, and the definition is down here of or from outside the Earth or its atmosphere. I just thought that would be cool, a cool little addition. Doesn't necessarily need to be on there, but it just kind of like explains the thought behind using extraterrestrial talent as a caption so the recruits understand what I'm trying to say. So then I did the Shift Control Alt E of all of the layers. So basically you just take the top layer, Shift Control Alt E, and it stamps all of the layers and makes flat image. And then I went up to image, apply image, and then converted it to a smart object. That one I left alone, set it to 35% fill. It makes it really dark if you leave it at 100. Then I duplicated that layer, set it to screen, and then put a Gaussian blur on it, and then just painted in where I wanted the glow to come from. So like the ship, and then like right below him. Kind of left it off right here so it's a little more clear. And then I just put the first name, last name text over top of the whole thing. And that's it. What's up, y'all? So if you stayed to the end of the video, you're going to be one of the first to know that I've created a Patreon where you can support me by giving $5 a month or $15 a month to help me continue to take the time to keep creating these videos and keep pumping out content for you guys. Also, if you join, I have 2 different levels that both let you access some of my PSDs. $5 level is at least 1 PSD a month, and the $15 tier is at least 3 PSDs a month. So those will be 3 new PSDs that I haven't given access access to before, and 1 PSD for the $5 level that I haven't given access to before. And I actually already have 5 PSDs on there right now, so if you do the $5 level or the $15 level, you'll get access to Nightmare on NBA Lane, the soccer graphics that I've given access to before, and then 3 more that I haven't given access to, which is the Bear versus Bear graphic that I did a video on, the first game day graphic that I made, and the NCAA 22 video game recruiting graphic that I made. So join now if you want access to all of those, and the monthly PSD postings will start probably next month or the month after that. So thanks for supporting. Hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but any support helps. I appreciate all you guys. Let me know if something's not working right, and I'll try and get with you on that to work it out. See you in the next video.